Hello, hello, and first of all, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your presence and your time. Today, we're talking about being delusional. We're talking about the good kind of delusional and the bad kind of delusional, the right kind of delusional and the wrong kind of delusional. And you might be saying, but Rebecca, you're such a big fan of Delulu stuff. What do you mean there's a wrong and a bad kind of being delusional? Well, I'm going to tell you about that today. First of all, I want to address the kind of delusional that I usually talk about. Be delusional about your dreams. Be completely delusional about your vision and what you want to achieve in life. Because when you dream big, you set the ceiling for what you're able to achieve really high, right? We can never achieve anything that is bigger than what we're capable of even dreaming of. So if you think about it as kind of balloons, and you have layers of balloons. The biggest balloon is the one that is your dreams. So if you inflate that really, really, really big, then what you will go for, what you will plan for, and what you want to achieve and reach is going to be bigger as well. If you have a tiny balloon for your dreams, then what you're going to try and do in your life is going to be small as well, right? Because we can't do bigger than our dreams because we can't even see it. So blow up those dreams, go wild, go crazy about it, and just really think big and delusional. And one day you're going to be brave and you're going to be able to tell other people about these delusions that you're having. And maybe you're going to have like a community of people who are completely delusional about it. And you're going to make moves and you're going to see each other move towards your delusions. And one day that delusion is going to be a reality for someone, and you're going to see one person do it, you're going to be like, I'm going to do it too. Or maybe you're going to be the one who's achieving your delusional dreams, and other people are going to think, I'm going to do it too. And it's going to be amazing. And I love this type of delusional. I love it. And I don't think we can get enough of it. I think we should all go and be completely crazy delusional. That being said, some of y'all are delusional about what you're able to achieve right now in your current state. And that's the bad kind of delusion. I see people who are like, I have $1 trillion idea. Do you want to come invest in it? And it's like, but you don't even have a business. Like you don't even know how to run a business. What do you mean you have $1 trillion idea? There's nothing in your experience or in your achievements that tells the world that you know what you're talking about. You think you have $1 trillion idea, but you don't know what you're talking about. And I see this all the time. People are out there, hey, I have $1 billion idea, I have $1 million idea, I have $1 trillion idea. Yeah, but you don't know how to run a business. You don't know how ideas work. You don't know how to take an idea and put it into action because you've never done it. You've seen other people do it, and that's great. And that is a great input to your big future visual dream delusion, right? But then you gotta make some steps between where you are now and the delusion that you want to realize, right? So when I'm talking about the bad delusion, is like you're completely delusional about what you're able to achieve in your current state because you haven't put in the work, the inner work or the outer work. You don't have the experience. You're not learning from the right people. You're not putting in any action. You're just sitting at home and developing ideas, and they sound great and they look great. And you have like this shell. They're like, this is a great idea and I want people to invest in it. But you need to fill up that shell with substance. You can't just go out into the world and be like, yeah, come invest in me, but you haven't done anything that's worth investing in. It's very, very few ideas that require nothing else but the idea. And even so, if someone were to come and invest in your idea, they would take over the idea and handle all the work because they're like, you don't know what you're doing. So sure, we can like give you some money. I don't even know. I've never seen this happen, to be fair. I'm sure it has happened, but I've never seen it happen that someone just has a really, really good idea and then they get included in the building of it if it's the only thing they have. So instead of only having good ideas, put in the work. Think about what would need to happen for this idea to have some sort of experience with it. How can I test this idea? How can I create research around this idea? How can I, even if you just go out and you ask 100 ideal customers for your idea about their feedback, like you prototype and you ask for feedback, and now you have maybe 80 of those 100 people say, I want to buy this stuff at this price point. Well, now you have something, right? You have something more than just an idea. You have input. And input is so much better than having just the empty shell. So when I talk about transformation, which is what I do, I just sit here and talk about transformation. And sometimes I go to people and I talk about transformation. And sometimes I do it online in a group of a virtual room and talk about transformation and self-leadership. So in order for you to transform into the person who's worth investing in, who do you need to become? So look at your amazing idea. You're completely delusional. This is $1 trillion idea. And then figure out, how do I prove to people that this is $1 trillion idea, other than just these are some Bloomberg articles that I've read about the industry. Other than that, right? How do you add more substance to it? How do you get any sort of evidence or proof that people want to invest in it or buy it? How do I test it on a good market? How do I create a prototype? How do I get people to try it out and how do I get them to take me seriously enough to give me inputs? And what a lot of people do is that they have a really good idea, but when it comes to put in the work, they don't want to do it anymore. Right? Some people are great at ideas, really good at ideas, and then their ideas are just never going to happen because they're not willing to put in what it requires to take that idea to the next level, to become more than an idea. So going through life, we need to expand. If you want to have a great life, right, you need to expand into a greater version of you. We don't get or attract what we want, we get and attract who we are. So how can you become that person, first of all, that people take seriously? Have you considered your integrity, your moral stances? Have you considered how you show up in the world, how people perceive you? Have you considered like doing things for longer than what you feel like doing so that you can actually reap the benefits of it? Are you the kind of person that shows up even when you're tired? You know, what kind of person? Look at the people who've had great investments. Check out Shark Tank, Lion's Den, whatever it's called, and figure out who are the ones who get all of the investments. What have they done? They already have proof of their business. They already have proof that it's working. They already have clients. They already have a really good idea. They have a lot of evidence, and they show up with a perfect sales pitch, a great sales pitch. So they've put in the effort to testing out the idea and talking about the idea. And they've shown the investors that I'm the kind of person that can take this thing to a whole new level. I just need some more money. And that is the kind of person that people want to invest in because you've already done it. It's very clear that it's already successful. But if you're the kind of person who just drops into people's DMs and like, I have $1 trillion idea, and it's like, but I can't see anything on the profile that you're writing me from that indicates that you have any idea what you're talking about. Who are you, right? Who are you going to show up as? What are you going to be doing? Who are you going to become? And I know that a lot of the people who usually watch me and see my content, you already know these things, right? But sometimes I also just gotta create content, or I need to release some things from my chest. So hopefully you can just sit there and say, yes, I fully agree. Those kind of people, they don't know what they're doing, but they ain't me, right? You're still with me, aren't you? Okay, so thank you so much for the video today, for being here. I know it's a short one today. I have a couple of meetings to attend, and I still wanted to come in and check in. If you have any questions, if you have any suggested topics, please let me know in the chats, in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.